welcome to our second episode, bringing you all things education related in the Peoria Unified School District. We've got a great show planned for you today. It is a sports-themed show because, as you know, it's football season in the Peoria Unified School District. I'm joined by some of the mascots from each of our high schools. We've also got an interview for you of the players from each of our high schools. I've got Superintendent Dr. Denton Santorelli sharing an update on our 21st Century Community Education Forum, and also our Administrator for Curriculum and Instruction sharing a little bit more information with you about our Common Core standards. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Superintendent Dr. Denton Santorelli. Dr. Santorelli, thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Mrs. Ari. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, tell me a little bit more about this really exciting community event that the district has in store. It's the 21st Century Community Education Forum. Can you share a little bit more about it with me?
I'd be glad to. Last year, we had our inaugural event at Centennial High School, by the way, and we had just a tremendous turnout. It was an opportunity for us as a district to get authentic feedback from our parents, from our students, from our teachers actually, about how we're performing, and also to involve them in in-depth discussion about some items that could even improve upon our current levels of support for students, for instance. So it was a remarkable event, and we're looking forward to our second event this year.
Well, I'll certainly be looking forward to that as well, and I know community engagement, a really key piece in the district's strategic plan. Something very unique about this event was really the way the district infused technology into making it come to life. Can you share a little bit about how someone might be able to take part even if they're unable to attend that evening?
Absolutely. Last year, also for the first time, we used technology to allow those that weren't able to attend that evening, because we recognize that our families are busy, so that they could actually tune in through the live stream technology and actually participate. So not just observe, but there was also opportunity for them to get involved via technology to engage in the conversation, to ask questions, and actually to participate. So it was really well received. The feedback that we received was just exceptional, and we're looking forward to even making it better this year.
Great. Well, we'll be sure to get all the folks who are watching information on our Twitter and Facebook page so they can submit questions and be a part of that conversation. Last but most certainly not least, give us all of the statistics for the event. We can make sure people will mark it on their calendar.
Please do. This year we'll be back at Centennial High School. We will be there on October 24th at 6:30. In addition to that, if you log on to our website, you can actually front load some of the agenda items or topics, or asking for feedback even before the meeting, so that if you have interest in a particular area, we can include that on the agenda. So once again, October 24th, Centennial High School, 6:30.
Sounds like a great event, hopefully one that no one will miss. We look forward to having our whole community at Centennial High School. Of course, you can participate via Twitter, Facebook, and certainly send us your questions in advance. We want to make sure that your voice gets heard. It's football season in the Peoria Unified School District, and I'm joined live in the studio with football players from each of our district's 7 high schools. Gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for being here with me today. I've got a few questions for you because I know what you do off the field is equally as important as what you do on the field. So we've got some questions really about your season and about how it is that you conduct yourselves with character when you walk off the field. But I'm going to begin with you, Adam. You're from Kellis High School, and I want to ask you a little bit about the goals that you set this year. Can you talk to me a little bit about what were your goals for your team?
As a team, our main goal is to make playoffs. After that, build as a team, win games in playoffs, and then just get to know each other a lot better, so next year we have a successful run.
So build that camaraderie is really what you try to do. That's good. That's important as well. And you touched on something as far as building a team. I want to ask really, can you talk a little bit for me, maybe Trayvon, I'll go to you with this one. Can you talk a little bit for me about how it is that you help to build a successful team and kind of what things you work on as you're building a strong team?
I mean, most of the time, the things that we work on is just trying to be together a lot and like have a lot of things off the field that we do, as far as going to other people's house, just having little get-togethers. I mean, at lunch, coming together, sitting at the same tables. I mean, just having fun around each other. and just being ourselves around each other.
Having fun is important, and also really what it is that you're doing when you take the qualities you're learning on the field off the field, because I know that's something that's really important as far as how it is that you conduct yourself. Is there maybe someone that you guys can think of that comes to mind that you try to kind of model yourself after as a player? Is there maybe someone in the NFL? I'll go to you, Talal. Maybe someone that you can think of that you really aspire to be like.
Well, a player I want to be like is Tim Tebow. Just not what kind of player he is, but how he holds himself outside of football. And he's just a great person, and he treats everyone with utmost respect and everything. And I want to be just like him.
That's important. I know he is really an excellent role model, has set that really great role model for others to follow. I'm sure there's many others that look up to him as well. I also want to ask a question really about academics, because I know that that's something that's very important as far as kind of making sure you're staying up with what you're doing in school. Dylan, can you talk to me a little bit about how it is that you balance academics and football?
You got to keep yourself accountable for everything you do and stay on top of your schoolwork and use your time management. And it's definitely a sacrifice because sometimes you can't do all the things you want to do, but you got to do it to.
And is that something that your coaches really help to push upon you, is making sure you're staying on top of your academics? I'm sure that's a big part of it for them as well. Now, John, I know you're the only one that's here with me today who is not a quarterback, so I want to ask you, what is it that you could say you do better than all these quarterbacks that I'm up here with?
Well, probably tackle, first of all. But, I bring a new insight to the team because all these guys play offense and I play defense, and everybody knows that defense wins championships. So I'm trying to bring that focus onto our team.
Sounds like he's throwing down the challenge to all of you here. So thank you for that, John. I'm going to ask, I need the perspective from a senior. So I'm going to ask, senior year is upon you. You have really the rest of the season left in front of you. But I want to ask, what are your plans for after football, and what do you see for yourself next?
After football, I'm just going to focus on seeing what I want to major in, not sure yet, and checking out different colleges, what they have to offer, and see the best fit for me.
Find that good fit for you. There's lots of opportunities for you at Liberty to explore and figure out what that best fit is for you. Well, that all-important question, I know you've probably all been there before, and I want to get to Dylan on this one. There's 2 minutes left on the clock. You're down by a field goal. It's going to take just one more touchdown to win the game, and the crowd's going wild. There's probably so much going through your head. I want to know, how is it that you handle that pressure?
What I try to do is just stay calm, keep my teammates calm, and just try to run the play as best as we can. Hopefully we get down that touchdown or even get that field goal to tie it up to go in overtime. But it's mainly just staying calm and doing what we have to do.
Staying calm and staying focused. A lot of words of wisdom here from the players who have joined me from all of the District 7 high schools. Gentlemen, I want to thank each of you for being here. I want to wish you all well as you finish off the rest of your season. The football players from the Peoria School District. Well, it's football season in the Peoria Unified School District, and that also means it's marching band season. I'm here on the practice fields of Sunrise Mountain High School where they're warming up, getting ready for the big game. Let's hear Sunrise Mountain High School Marching Band. I'm joined by our Administrator for Curriculum and Instruction, Connie Whitty. Connie, thank you so much for being here with me today.
Thanks for having me.
I want to talk a little bit about the Common Core standards. I know parents are likely hearing so much about the Common Core, and I'm hoping you can kind of help to break it down just a little bit for me and begin by really what are the basics of the Common Core?
Well, the Common Core standards are really a coherent progression of expectations, skills, and concepts for students in the areas of English language, arts, and mathematics.
And it's meant to really kind of create some consistency across the board from what I understand about it.
Absolutely. And the focus really is looking at what do students need to be college and career ready as they move through our educational system.
And what really are some of kind of the big picture concepts, I guess I would say, of the Common Core?
Certainly. You know, in the area of English language arts, the major shift and focus is really looking at how are students approaching text. We spend a lot of time in our younger grades with literature, but we really have to move to the informational text. That's one of the biggest changes that we will experience with moving to the Common Core standards. Also in the areas of mathematics, we're looking at coherence between and among the grade levels as far as concepts and skills. There will be an influence of fluency that we need to recognize and be aware of, but really also deepening the understanding at the concept level for our students. The goal is fewer standards for mathematics, but going deeper into the concepts.
And I know this has likely been a lot of work, not just from your team that works on our curriculum, but also really for teachers across the board. Can you share a little bit about the work that has been done so far in the Peoria School District and maybe where we're going next?
Certainly. The past couple of years, we have really had teams of teachers looking at the Common Core standards. Arizona brought them to us in 2010 and gave us a progression to implement them. So we've been working with our primary teachers to really get them to understand the new Common Core standards, the changes, what they're going to have to do with their curriculum. So kindergarten and first grade have implemented the Common Core standards. They're in year 2. Second grade, they this year are kind of working with the Common Core standards. The expectation is they're using them in their classrooms to make instructional decisions. And in next year, we will be bringing on 3rd through 12th grade in both English language arts and mathematics to really pilot and take advantage of the time that we have to implement, because 2014-15 is the implementation year for full implementation across Arizona and actually nationally.
So we must be ready by that time, that's for sure.
That is correct.
Now, where can parents go for additional resources? If they want to know more about Common Core, maybe about what it is they could expect for their child at their grade level, where can they get additional information?
There's some great resources right now on the Arizona Department of Education's website. They actually have a specific category for parents so they can become more informed. Peoria Unified School District will be adding to our parent website to ensure that our parents have information specific to Peoria and what we're doing with our students.
Well, we want to make sure certainly that parents are aware and have all the information that they need. Connie, thank you so much for being here with me. We'll make sure to get that information out to parents.
Thank you.
Well, fall is upon us, and it's certainly one of the busiest times of the year in the Peoria Unified School District. It's important that you have the information to stay connected with all that's going on in our very busy calendar of events. Visit our website at peoriaud.k12.az.us. We also encourage you to check us out on social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and most recently, we are pinning like crazy on Pinterest. Well, we just heard from the Sunrise Mountain Marching Band, and I'm here with the drum majors, who really are the leaders for the band, and I'm here with Mackenzie and Sam. You're seniors this year, I understand. Where are you heading next year?
ASU.
ASU, and I understand, Sam, you're a little undecided still, but you have an interesting major.
Yes, I'm thinking about music therapy.
Music therapy, very good. Well, you had an incredible band. We all got to hear from you. Tell me a little bit, what is it that goes into a successful marching band? Quite a bit of practice, I'd understand, but maybe talk to me a little bit about what that's like.
Well, we started band camp during July, and we woke up bright and early at 6 o'clock in the morning, got out here at 7, didn't get home till 5:30. And ever since then, we've been practicing since 7 o'clock in the morning till now, and we got Tuesday night practices, and a lot of practice goes into it's a lot.
Quite a bit of hard work, and it paid off, and you guys looked great. You're going to be well prepared for a game you have coming up here this Friday. Tell me a little bit about what is it that the role of a drum major has for the band? Can you talk to me about really what that leadership role means to you?
It's a huge responsibility. It's much different from just being a band member. You have to lead the band, and it's very rewarding because every day you see them improve and you're very proud of them, and you just keep going for it and you keep watching them improve, and it's very rewarding.
Well, you ladies really did a remarkable job. The Sunrise Mountain Marching Band, they look excellent. They've got a big game coming up, and we'll certainly be cheering for Sunrise Mountain. We recently had some very exciting news to announce in the Peoria Unified School District. We are entering the race to the top, a grant application from the federal government that could bring $30 to $40 million into our school district for personalized learning and college and career readiness for our students. We're very excited to be pursuing this wonderful opportunity. We look forward to bringing you an additional update after we submit our grant. That's all for our very special sports edition. We look forward to seeing you next month.